Good afternoon from Clapham Junction. So I'm doing London Overground to Stratford. Time is currently 4:19 PM. Just this unexpected journey today. As of 1st of November, there are no countries or territories on the red list, which is good. They removed all of the remaining countries and territories on the red list. Train will be... wasn't expecting this train to leave from platform 17. Normally it would leave at platforms 1 or 2.
Welcome aboard the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is Imperial Wharf. Please keep your luggage with you at all times and report anything suspicious wherever it starts. This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is Imperial Wharf. You must have a valid ticket or Oyster card to use this train. If you do not, you may have to pay a penalty fare. Thank you. To help someone who's homeless or asking for money, donate to Whitechapel Mission. Any donations will be used carefully and due to
It's okay, all is good, we're not leaving just yet. It's now 4:22 PM. Yep, now we're leaving. This is our departure time. I tried doing Richmond to Stratford yesterday, but I didn't bring my battery. And when I got on the train, the first train was to Clapham Junction. Next time I'll do Richmond, probably during the day, what it's more like. Platform 2 is mainly for trains to Dalston Junction via Surrey Quays. A Southern Class 455, don't know where that's going. Possibly to Caterham or Sutton, maybe Epsom, Dorking, Horsham, as well as London Bridge via Crystal Palace. I'll first fly to Glasgow to see whether it's quicker to take the train or the plane from London to Glasgow. once I finish Richmond to Stratford, I'll get to the other 4 journeys. Next one's on the East London line. After Richmond to Stratford, they'll be on the East London line from Dalston Junction to Clapham Junction and New Cross, and Highbury and Islington to Crystal Palace and West Croydon. The train here was packed, like lots of people going home from school. People tend to use face masks for other purposes, such as when they want to go to sleep. They use their face masks as my shade. On some train services in the UK, seat reservations are mandatory.
The next station is Imperial Wharf.
Alight here for riverboat services from Chelsea Harbour Pier. Yeah, you can see it there. And there. Just crossed the River Thames. Alight here for riverboat services from Chelsea Harbour Pier.
This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is westbound.
Customers are reminded to take care of their bags and possessions to prevent crime whilst travelling. The doors will open on the right only at these stations: Willesden Junction and Caledonian Road and Barnsbury. Stratford, it will depend. I'll come back to Olympia when I eventually do the district line there. After the full journeys on the East London line, I'll do the Lee Valley lines: Liverpool Street, Chingford, Cheshunt via Seven Sisters and Enfield Town, finishing them all with Romford to Upminster. And on the same day that I do Romford to Upminster, I will do the TfL rail from Liverpool Street to Shenfield. And possibly Paddington to Hayes and Harlington, Reading and Heathrow Airport. If Terminal 4 is still closed, then I will just change at Terminals 2 and 3 for the Heathrow Express to Terminal 5. And possibly go back to Paddington on the Heathrow Express, if I can afford it, of course.
the next station is West Brompton. Change here for London Underground, District Line and National Rail services. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is West Brompton. Change here for London Underground, District Line and National Rail services. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is Kensington, Olympia. You must have a valid ticket or Oyster card to use this train. If you do not, you may have to pay a penalty. Thank you.
If I do a flight, then I'll just write what I have to say in a book. I'll have to get all of these journeys done by the end of the month. Yeah, our clocks went back 1 hour on 31st of October, like at 1:59 a.m. it switched to 1 a.m.
The next station is Kensington, Olympia. Change here for National Rail services. Alight here for Olympia, London.
And the occasional weekend District Line services to and from High Street, Kensington, or even Edgware Road. Could also be Upminster, Barking, or Tower Hill. Partially suspended Sydenham to West Croydon. I can't use my phone at the moment.
This is Kensington, Olympia. Change here for National Rail services. Alight here for Olympia, London. This is the London Overground service. Stratford. The next station is Shepherd's Bush.
It's actually quicker to take the central line between Shepherd's Bush and Stratford rather than London Overground. So if you want to get from Clapham Junction to Stratford and you're in a hurry, take the Overground to Shepherd's Bush and change there for the central line to Stratford. Trains normally stop further back along the platform.
Better should we do the request?
The Class 710s now run on the Lee Valley lines. My last chance to ride on the Class 317 or 315 was back in 2018. I did manage to go on the Class 305 Seven Sisters to Enfield Town back in 2017 or 2018. I think it was actually 2018 in the Class 317 on the return journey.
The next station is Shepherd's Bush. Change here for London Underground Central Line. Please keep your luggage with you at all times and report anything suspicious to a member of staff.
A light here for Westfield, London. Welcome to Shepherd's Bush. Next Milton Keynes Central train will be in about 15-20 minutes.
Dalston Junction. You must have a valid ticket or oyster card in your train. If you do not, you may have to pay a penalty fare. Thank you.
Will soon change from third rail power to 25,000 volts AC power, which is overhead wire. The Midland Main Line is electrified as north as Market Harborough or Kettering for the electric trains between London St Pancras and Corby that were previously operated by Greater Anglia up until approximately last year, or should I say early this year, like at the beginning of the year. Yep, that means a power change, of course. Just past the neutral section. Planes that are on final approach to Heathrow fly over Richmond Station. If I do get a camera, whether it's a GoPro or DSLR, then I'll use that to record future videos. We're now crossing the Great Western Main Line as the sun sets and darkness approaches. There was a Great Western Railway Class 800 over there. Must be going somewhere to the west. Just past a neutral section. We'll soon be approaching Dalston Junction. The biggest mistake I made yesterday was not bringing my battery.
The next station is Dalston Junction. Change here for London Overground services to Richmond, Stratford Junction and London Euston and London Underground. Station line. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Now crossing the West Coast Main Line, and what should these be on? We have a London North Western Railway Class 350 approaching London Euston. Formed of 8 carriages, so that must mean it's coming in from train, because trains that run to Milton Keynes and Northampton are formed of 12 carriages sometimes. They're formed of either 8 carriages or 12 carriages. Only 8 carriage trains run to and from Tring. It's now 4:42.
This is Dalston Junction. Change here for London Overground services to Richmond, Watford Junction and London Euston and London Underground. Station line. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is Kensington. You must have a valid ticket or oyster card to use this train. If you do not, you may have to pay a penalty fare. Thank you.
Now we're on the move. So it's been approximately 20 to 25 minutes since we left Clapham Junction. We now have a freight train waiting to proceed to the North London line. That's 66511, a Class 66 operated by Freightliner. That will soon go to Felixstowe, I believe. Freight trains could also follow the West Coast Main Line to Camden Junction near Primrose Hill. Of tunnels. First one will be between Finchley Road and Frognall and Hampstead Heath. Second one after Highbury and Islington.
Next station is Kensington Ride.
And the third and final one just after Dalston Kingsland.
This is Kensington Ride. This is the London Overground. Stratford. The next station is Bromsbury Park. The next station is Bromsbury Park.
Over there is a Clapham Junction bound train.
This is Bromsbury Park. This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is Bromsbury.
Change here for London Underground Jubilee line from Kilburn.
Keep back behind the yellow line crossing the train. There's a
Change here for London Underground Jubilee line from Kilburn.
This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is West Hampstead.
We'll soon be going underneath the Jubilee and Metropolitan lines, as well as the Chiltern Main Line, which runs all the way from London Marylebone to Birmingham Moor Street and Birmingham Snow Hill, via High Wycombe, Princess Risborough, Banbury, Leamington Spa and Warwick. It's now 4:51. I prefer the summer over the winter because the sun sets a bit later.
Change here for London Underground, Jubilee Line and National Rail services. Please keep your luggage with you and report anything suspicious to a member of staff.
There's a Richmond bound train.
This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is Finchley Road and Dolphin.
I think standing up is a bit more comfortable. Not here. Now crossing the Midland Main Line, a few times link trains. And they're all class 700s. They're all class 387s, unfortunately. Change here for London Underground, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines from Finchley Road and Frognall. From Finchley Road. So when I did the Jubilee local journeys on the Jubilee and Metropolitan lines, I got used to saying change for London Overground from Finchley Road and Frognall. Change here for London Underground, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines from Finchley Road.
The next station is Hampstead
We're now in the tunnel for the next 2 minutes until Hampstead Heath. Overground network.
The next station is Hampstead Heath. Alight here for the Royal Free Hospital.
Now, it's now 4:55. It's too dark to see anything.
The next station is Gospel Oak. Change here for London Overground services to Barking. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please keep your luggage with you at all times and report anything suspicious to a member of staff.
This train's just arrived from Barking. 7:10:259. I saw this train earlier. 4:57. It's also crowded during the morning when kids go to school at around 8 AM to 9 AM. Same is said for about 3 PM to 4 PM when they return home from school. And yes, I may have said that earlier. Older London Overground map. Kenton you can change for the Metropolitan line from Northwick Park. Finchley Road and Frognall, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines from Finchley Road.
The next station is Kentish Town West. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Camden Road change for the Northern line from Camden Town. Caledonian Road and Barnsbury Piccadilly line from Caledonian Road. I would have done it earlier, but I went out shopping. London Western Railway trains from...
The next station is Camden Road.
Change here for London Underground Northern Line from Camden Town. That there was just another neutral section. London Western Railway trains from London Euston to Crewe via Nuneaton and Tamworth, as well as London Euston to Birmingham New Street via Northampton are formed of 8 carriages. Sometimes it can be 4 carriages due to the short platform at Atherstone. Change here for London Underground Northern Line from Camden Town. Partially suspended from Sydenham to West Croydon for some reason. I remember when these trains used to be operated by a guard. Just crossed the bridge over Camden Road. at our next stop, Caledonian Road in Barnsbury, you can change for the London Underground Piccadilly line from Caledonian Road. Now crossing over the Midland Main Line, where there are links to the High Speed 1 East Coast Main Line and Midland Main Line. First we cross the Midland Main Line, and now the East Coast Main Line. Okay, for real, we just crossed the East Coast Main Line. There goes the High Speed 1 tunnel. And change here for London Underground Piccadilly line from Caledonian Road. There's also Her Majesty's Prison Pentonville nearby. And change for London Underground Piccadilly line from Caledonian Road. You stand clear for doors, please. Had I taken the central line, had I changed at Shepherd's Bush for the central line, then I would have been in Stratford by now. Or maybe. Change here for trains via Whitechapel. And Islington as we go through a tunnel underneath Holloway Road. When I do Richmond to Stratford, I can also do Dalston Junction to New Cross, as well as Dalston Junction to Clapham Junction. possibility that someone is blocking the doors taken care of, because the doors have now been locked again. The next day I will do Crystal Palace and West Croydon from Highbury and Islington. I just need to get all of these journeys done as soon as possible, which is by the end of the month. I'll only take breaks during the weekends. That's provided if the line is closed, partially closed, particularly due to planned engineering works.
Next station is Dalston Junction. Please keep your luggage with you at all times and report anything suspicious to a member of staff.
Like in one day I'll try doing the Valley lines. Then the day after that I will do Rumford to Upminster and Liverpool Street to Shenfield.
This is Dolphin. Please keep your luggage with you at all times and report anything suspicious to a member of staff.
At our next stop, Hackney Central, you can alight for Hackney Downs for London Overground services to Liverpool Street, Enfield Town, Cheshunt and Chingford, and National Rail services. We'll soon go beneath the West Anglia main line. Change here for Hackney Downs for London Overground services to Chingford, Cheshunt, Enfield Town and Liverpool Street, and National Rail services. Just went underneath the West Anglia main line. Yep, I have to get home as soon as possible. Because fortunately or unfortunately it's no longer summer. Change here for Hackney Downs.
The London Overground service. Stratford. Next station is Thomas.
Thankfully the doors on this side of the train won't open. Just trying to sort myself out. current phone. I'll explain more later.
This is Homerton, a light here for Homerton University Hospital.
Once the train leaves.
This is the London Overground service to Stratford. The next station is Hackney Wick.
Next stop is our penultimate stop, Hackney Wick. I'll soon be giving my current phone, iPhone SE 2020, to my 11-year-old brother. Then I'll get myself the. Once I do, I'll get myself the 13 Pro, and maybe even a GoPro. Next westbound train is for Clapham Junction. Also a bit too dark to go to Heathrow Airport.
The next station is Hackney Wick.
I think that's a bagel factory. Just missing the letter B. This train over here is for Richmond. No need to change for anything here. Yeah, it was raining earlier today. As a matter of fact, it might be raining now. I think we'll be here for a while, then we'll get moving. As you can see, the blue lights, those lights on the floor are still on. Oh, now we're leaving because the door lights just went off. Apologies for this. This is not what I was expecting today. I can see the lights from Canary Wharf. There's the stadium, the Olympic Stadium, and then there's the I think it's called the Arcelor Orbit. It's like some sort of slide that you have to pay to get in. I've not looked into it that much. Now approaching Stratford. Not too sure on the exact side that the doors will open on. What I'm supposed to do, open on the right, I'll have to carry my water bottle with me. So glad that there are no more red list countries or territories because I couldn't even afford the £2,000 in a quarantine hotel for 10 days. I might have given it a try. Fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't. After all, this is our final stop, Stratford. You also forgot to mention TfL Rail, but this is a pre-recorded announcement from when before TfL Rail even existed. The international rail services you'll have to change for are from Stratford International. Whether there is an eastbound Central Line, whether it's going to Epping or Hainault via Newbury Park. One of the two at least. It could also be Loughton or Newbury Park. Doors are opening on the left. A Greater Anglia train approaches for Ipswich. So it's been a good journey. It was an okay one, of course. A Greater Anglia train to Ipswich is just called here. Now approaching is a TfL Rail Class 345 to Shenfield. Could also be going to Gidea Park. (378-217) is the train that brought us here. hope you enjoyed this journey that I did today, all the way here to Stratford from Clapham Junction. And as always, I will see you in next video. Just need to find a way out, then I'll go back home. Thank you, hope you enjoyed it, goodbye, stay safe.